Fairy tale comedy? What? I know nothing about The Princess Bride. Not a single thing. Generic intro into that goes. We're here back with another nostalgic video. Today we're doing The Princess Bride, which is a movie I know literally nothing about. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, hopefully there's no copyright issues with this video. I know nothing about The Princess Bride. Not a single thing. Couldn't tell you anything about this. I think there's memes about it, but that's it.
Malcolm?
Malcolm?
What happened to you?
Oh, I was just doing research on today's movie. It's The Princess Bride, right?
Oh yeah, no, I remember growing up with that flick. It's a classic.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was looking it up. Did you know that film is 37 years old?
Oh, it's old.
I didn't know that.
What are you guys talking about?
Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. Did you know it's 37 years old?
Old.
Really? No.
Oh.
I wasn't aware of that.
So crazy to think.
What's crazy to think? That Princess Bride. is
Watch,
37
Jim's gonna be the
years
same.
old. No kidding. How time flies.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Totally crazy.
Just.
Life's not fair.
It sure isn't.
You can say that again. I'm dead.
Oh, well, rest in peace, Jim. The Princess Bride.
Crazy to think we're close to 4 decades since the release of the fairy tale comedy, The Princess Bride.
Fairy
While
tale
Bride
comedy?
film
What?
wasn't a big hit at the box office, it found a very profitable life on home video, and soon every kid in the 80s was hooked. Based on the book by William Goldman and launching the careers
Who?
of actors like Carrie Elwes and Robin Wright,
Who?
the film had a low-budget charm, surprisingly sophisticated comedy, and a legitimately romantic story, even winning over kids who hate all that kissy stuff. Where a lot of children's entertainment tries desperately to either sell you something or
So it's a
pander to
kids
whatever
movie?
your kids find popular, this film played by its
Also,
own
what kind of
rules
title
and
is
eventually
The
won
Princess
audiences
Bride?
over just by
That's
doing
a
its
big
own
man.
thing. It's still delightful all these years later, and we're gonna take a look at why. Even if it feels a little weird all these years later.
Hey, you guys, did you know Karate Kid is 40 years old?
Oof.
This is
Dust.
Princess Bride.
Apparently they're making another Karate
Film
Kid
opens
movie.
with a sick little boy,
Again,
played
with
by
Jackie
Savage,
Chan.
who hates he's missing such a beautiful curtain outside, but his grandfather, played by Peter Falk, tries to read him a story to cheer him up.
I'll try and stay awake.
The
I'll try
Bears,
to keep
dude.
this
What
white
did the
hair
Bears
off
do?
my head.
Tyler Warren
This
was
is a
there.
kissing book.
And they went with Lovelock.
Falk's charm as the narrator is so likable.
How did they out-Raiders the
He's gonna
Raiders?
Columbo him and lure him into revealing something.
You killed that Girl Scout down the street. Then you sold the cookies and pocketed the profits.
Okay, I buried her under the doghouse. That's why Milo's so sick.
Oh, I was just reading the first chapter. But that's good to know.
We're transported to the world of the story where we see a farm boy named Wesley, played by Carrie Elwes, and a farm girl named Buttercup, played by Robin Wright.
Buttercup was raised on a small farm. Isn't that a wonderful beginning?
Yeah, it's really good.
You really put the ass in passive aggressive.
Farm boy. Polish
Farm
my
boy.
horse's saddle.
As you wish.
And then later you
Why
can
is he so
polish me.
clean?
She was amazed to discover that when he was saying as you wish, what he meant was,
I'm gonna wear you down till I'm out of the friend zone.
Eventually they confess their love for each other, but
Why
because
does
he has
he-
no money, he journeys across
He
the
looks
sea
like,
to seek his fortune.
What if
A Game of
something
Thrones
happens to
character.
you?
I will always come for you.
I started taking pills.
Oh, God.
His ship was attacked by pirates, though, and he's presumed dead.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
I'll marry
terrible.
that prince who out of nowhere proposed to me.
Our country will have its 500th anniversary.
I believe it'll be our most horrible yet. That is Jack Skellington, Chris Sarandon, as Prince
I
Humperdinck.
think
who was
that's a
chosen to
Tim Burton
marry a
movie.
commoner.
Pretty sure it
Would you
is.
like to
Never
meet
seen
her?
it.
Buttercup.
Buttercup? Like a Powerpuff
Well,
Girl?
That was anticlimactic. Perhaps you could hooray or something. How about some name combos for the tabloids? Butterdink is testing well. Perhaps
That's a
Humpercup.
massive crown.
Buttercup doesn't love Humperdinck, but that's hardly an issue when she's abducted by 3 thieves. Inigo, played by Mandy Patinkin. Fezzik, played by Andre the Giant. and
Andre the
Fezzik,
Giant's a
played
fitting
by
name.
Wallace
Okay. I've actually heard of that one.
Suspect the Gildarians have abducted his love.
While all these actors are perfectly chosen, I will admit I was a little curious how one of their other choices, Danny DeVito, would have been in the Vizzini role. Sean is great, don't get me wrong, but man, I love to see DeVito say something like,
You will be caught.
I'll give you the same advice I give my mom when she cries. Shut up.
Oh.
Oh, whoops! I dropped my monster condom that I use for my Magnum Dong.
With that said, Sean does add a unique over-the-top take that is clearly his own. And let's be honest, he does help create the most quotable line.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable. Inconceivable.
Why does he just keep saying that?
Inconceivable.
True, there's also this line.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
But that's 20 syllables, and this one's only 5. It's a bit easier to say.
Still
Never say anything
count
about
syllables.
killing anyone.
I've always been a big Andre the Giant fan too, so it's great to see him in one of his few film roles. It's another one of those where it's hard to say it's entirely convincing, but like many charming actors,
How big
you
is he?
enjoy a performance from him. And
He
in
has a
film
case
where
of the
realism
large.
is not a #1 priority. That joy also spreads to the audience.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
You have a great gift for rhyme.
Thank you. We'll never use it again.
Oh.
They move quickly across the sea, though not that quickly.
Yeah,
Buttercup
in
tries
still
to
water.
escape, but is hunted by the shrieking eels.
The shrieking eels?
Doesn't get eaten by the eels at this time.
What?
The eel doesn't get it.
Was that
No,
Testarossa
we heard you.
next
We were
to
just
like
wondering
a
what's up
jeep?
with that weird Shyamalan writing. Most of the dialogue is stellar in this, but that was a weird moment. Is the idea that she'll be eaten by the eels later in the story?
Actually, it might not be a Testarossa. It kind of looks like a
Version with Deadpool.
Lotus Esprit, I believe.
It's their way back to the ship, but they notice they're being followed.
Bye.
Hurry up! Move the thing and that other thing!
And stop washing the flag with too much starch.
Yeah, that thing is not moving.
The masked person
I
following
wonder if
them
that's
is
just like a tiny
Tyler
little
Roberts,
model
who's gaining on their tail.
that they're using.
I thought I was going faster.
I do not accept excuses. I'm
Dude.
just going to have to find myself a new giant.
He's doing that with just his arms?
This. My climb with Andre.
They try cutting the rope.
Was that actually in there?
Holds on as Nico
Oh.
is left behind to kill him off. But he's too impatient, so he offers him a rope to speed things up.
What?
my word as a Spaniard.
No good. I've known too many Spaniards.
That's alright, I'm not a Spaniard anyway.
I swear on the soul of my father, Domingo Montoya, you will reach the top alive.
Like I said, I've known too many Spaniards.
Okay. What? Seriously, what is this?
Wait until you're ready.
He makes it to the top and allows him to rest before they
What?
fight. And Nico
Okay,
shares that this
Goku.
six-fingered man killed his father, and he searches to get revenge, which in any other movie would feel like an exposition dump, but like I said, the acting and writing is really solid.
I love my father. So naturally, I challenged his murderer to a duel. But he gave me this.
No, it needs to flow more natural, like...
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before
Oh,
she
Madam
died.
Web.
That didn't do well at the box office either. These two
Oof.
are practically the same.
Oh, that's gonna make some people angry.
If you're really impressed by this duel, you should be. These two actors began practicing at the beginning of production to the very end of production. Every single day while the other actors went home or out for drinks.
Now that's
They
awesome.
shot this fight last because they wanted to be as good as possible. They were sore beyond belief, but they learned how to fence both left and right-handed beautifully.
Okay,
There
now
was
that
just
was
one
cool.
problem. When they
While
did the
acting,
demonstration
too.
of the fight on set the day they were gonna shoot, Rob Reiner shrugged and said, "That's it?" While the fencing was perfect, it was barely over a minute long. So on the spot, they had
Wait.
to find other ways to drag out the fight.
What, with
jumps,
little-
flips, some bouncy rocks.
Bro, just
Get used
jump.
to disappointment.
Everyone is so politely harsh in this. He
And they
defeats
just accept
Nico
it.
and makes
Oh.
his way to Fezzik.
We face each other as God intended. No tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone.
Giving me literally a gigantic advantage.
How are you gonna take down Andre the Giant?
Haven't fought just one person for so long.
What was that line he had earlier?
People in masks cannot be trusted.
Then what am I supposed to make of this?
Yeah.
Actually, Andre was in back pain so much he couldn't perform sometimes. So they had a stuntman in a mask take over.
Oh.
Can't imagine how much fun it was to find a stunt double for him.
Holy massive
Like Andre was
person.
often in so much pain, he would literally drink bars out of their entire supply of alcohol. One night I always went drinking with him in the hotel bar, and he passed out in the hotel lobby. And nobody was able to move him. I literally just put velvet ropes around him, and everyone thought he was some sort of abstract art exhibit, saying, "Wow, that looks so realistic." In the morning, he got up and walked away like nothing happened.
Oh,
After that, a
like it
cop was
wasn't-
assigned to him whenever he
like it
went
wasn't the
drinking
first
to make
time.
sure he didn't pass out. Andre was so nice, he always bought the cop a drink. So,
Oh,
like I said,
nice.
big Andre fan. Anyway, Roberts knocks him out by slowly strangling him.
Rest well and dream of large women.
With more consistently funny writing.
Oh. Oh
He makes
god.
his way to Vizzini, who says the only
Apparently
way to
that
win
was
over
like the
Buttercup
third
is to
most
beat him in a
expensive TV
duel
show
fights
ever
to the
made.
death.
Inhale this.
I smell nothing.
What you do not smell is called iocane powder.
It is a poison that kills you simply through smell. I win.
Wait, what?
Where is the poison?
All I have to do is divine from what I know of you. Are you the sort of man who...
Boy, this must have been the easiest shooting day for Wright.
Yeah,
Practically
just stand
hear
there.
her snoring in between takes.
Just sit there, blindfolded.
But only a great fool would reach for what...
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
He puts the poison in one of the cups and lets
Inconceivable.
Vizzini choose who should drink which. That's not so hard to survive. At C2E2, I made it out okay.
What in the world
wait,
would that
Doug.
be? What?
Vizzini switches them, though, thinking he outsmarted him.
You guessed wrong.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia.
The second is don't buy a Star
What-
Wars IP and expect fans to like it.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he put the poison in both cups, though.
I spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't explain how Prince Humperdinck can tell what it is.
Okay.
How does he know? It's odorless.
Oh,
Humperdinck is
yeah,
hot on
wait,
their trail,
yeah.
as Buttercup can't
Because it's
figure out who
odorless,
the
maybe?
mysterious pirate is.
Whatever you ask for ransom, you'll get it. I promise you.
What a story, Mark.
What a laugh.
Gotta love a hero who has to stop himself from smacking his love.
I have loved more deeply than a killer like yourself could
It's
ever
the
dream.
farm boy.
That was a warning, Highness.
It's cool. I got an apology video all set to go. Always
Oh, yeah,
actually
this
broke
is a
his foot
recent
running one of
upload.
the ATVs on set, so in several scenes where you see him leaning, sitting, or laying back, he was actually trying to take pressure off it.
Oh.
As you can tell by this kinda awkward way he sits down here. Funny enough, it makes him look more cocky and confident, as he throws
kinda-
cool
kinda
lines to
cool.
Buttercup, bitter she rushed into marriage after his death.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.
Happy reminder, this scene is available in toy form. Life is painless.
Oh, that's
He,
fine.
of course, reveals himself as he's pushed down a hill, and Buttercup literally throws herself at him with joy.
Why didn't you wait for me?
You were dead.
No.
Death cannot stop true love.
Aw.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
The grandson hates
What is
hearing
that
parts
from?
about kissing, though.
Do we have to hear the kissing part?
Let's see, she took the cucumber out of her eye. Here we
Whoa.
go, the fire swamp.
Whoa.
It's not that bad.
Sorry, the mustache gives me confidence. Really, though, it's not that bad.
It's
There's
pretty bad.
Artex drowning, Yoda training Luke, Jennifer Connelly hanging on by a thread. Yeah, 80s had a thing for swamps, didn't they?
Why?
I am not the Dread Pirate Roberts, he said. I inherited the ship from the previous Dread Pirate Roberts.
He tells of how the Dread Pirate Roberts has been passing on his legacy for years, and though he was taken prisoner, he eventually decided to hand over the title to Wesley.
Said, all right, Wesley, I'll most likely kill you in the morning. 3 years, he said that. Good night, Wesley.
Also, that is
Good
not
work.
the sword
Sleep
to
well, I'll
cut
most likely
through
kill you in the
vines.
morning.
And then one morning he did kill me. What? Yes, figure that one out.
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
Wow, perfect
Size
timing.
battle against the rat tail of unusual size, and Buttercup is
Yeet.
continuing to be useless.
Ah.
Yeah, I guess the author asked his daughters what he should write about. One said a princess, the other said a bride, so he wrote The Princess Bride. The irony is, despite being played well, she is the most uninteresting character in the film, doing very little throughout it. And for a title he
She's
named for his
just
daughters,
there
the Princess
for
Bride
the title.
never becomes royalty or gets married in this.
Did you say I do?
Oh, no.
Then you're not married.
So even that she couldn't do right. They make it
Wow.
out of the swamp, but are caught by Humperdinck. Buttercup says she'll marry him, though, if he lets Wesley go. He's handed over to Count Rugen, played by Christopher Guest.
You have 6 fingers on your right hand.
Why?
I'm very sensitive about that. My parents were siblings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fitting he's knocked out because this is kind of where I check out a bit, too. Oh, not that it's bad. I mean, I know a film with this dedicated fan base would do terrible things to me if I even hinted at that.
You literally compared it to Madam Web.
But there is a...
Headshot.
Hey folks, we're starting
okay.
YouTube memberships. If you want access to emojis, polls, behind-the-scene videos, and other perks, check out and see if you want to become a member.
Oh, so...
Okay, so like I said, the film doesn't get bad, but the momentum does go down a great deal after this point. We're on an adventure, colorful characters, deadly threats, new locations, there's always something new on
does
the horizon.
Andre the Giant
Then
and
we're
that
taken back to
thieves
where
come
we
back?
started, with people
Or no?
mostly just standing around
Do
talking.
they team up with
The writing's still good,
the
and
farm
it does
dude?
introduce new characters as well, but that excitement of where we're gonna end up next is gone. With that said, the comedy is still decent, with Mel Smith playing the caretaker of the Pit of Despair.
You survived the fire swamp. You must be very brave. But nobody withstands the machine.
Remember
What
that
do you mean the
device
machine?
burn after reading? It's like a cousin of that.
Oh no.
The king apparently dies, and Humperdinck and Buttercup are declared king and queen.
Hold it, hold it. If she didn't marry him, it wouldn't be fair.
Well, who says life is fair? Where is that written?
Can that be a motivational poster for some younger people? But not everybody in the crowd is thrilled either.
What? Why?
As Marjorie Mason as
It's gonna be bad for you,
the ancient booer. And I want to name her because she's been in a ton of stuff, but nobody ever recognizes her except for this scene. I don't think I'm giving anything away.
She's been
when
in
I
so
say
many
this is a
movies.
nightmare Buttercup is having, and her performance, while wonderfully silly and over the top, is quite nightmarish.
Rubbish! Filth!
slime, muck, boo!
Everyone's quiet and happy to see you except for one miserable goblin who will try as loudly as possible to make you suffer.
True love saved her in the fire swamp and she treated it like garbage.
It's my favorite scene in the movie just for how hilariously unpleasant it is. And most of that comes down to her performance.
Boo! Boo!
How is nobody stopping her? You're gonna get punished for saying things like that
It is
back
a
then.
dream, as the grandson brags and the grandfather quotes whatever YouTuber says when a comment points out a flaw in a video.
Yes, you're very smart. Shut up.
But Buttercup grows more and more anxious as the wedding nears.
If Wesley wants you, bless you both. If not, please consider me as an alternative to suicide.
The pickup line Russell Brand usually uses on women.
What?
You might think I've been leaning too hard on some of the sex jokes earlier, but look at this scene and tell me somebody else isn't leaning hard right now.
I'm sure you've discovered my deep and abiding interest in pain.
What are you gonna do
Is
here?
Joe Schumacher gay? He uses the machine to slowly torture him, but when Humperdinck realizes he can never fully win over Buttercup, a strange thing to get upset about, he's just gonna kill her to start a war anyway. Though it does lead to this wonderfully awkward delivery.
I would not say such things if I were you.
It is I, Humpernickel.
Who?
He speeds up the process, killing him.
Oh, he actually... How's that gonna kill him?
Fezzik reunites with Inigo.
Oh,
Says
hey,
teaming
they're
up
back.
with the man who bested them might give them purpose again. Too bad he too got bested. Well, clearly teaming up with the man who bested us makes sense. Or he killed your father. No, the science just adds up. We have to join him. They take Wesley to Miracle Max, played by Billy Crystal,
And he can
his wife
fix
Valerie, played by
him?
Carol Kane. And this is where the energy really comes back again. The same way they breathe life back into Wesley, the same way they breathe life back into the movie.
Ever since Prince Humperdinck fired him.
Just hearing the name.
I like to think if Taxi kept going, this is how Locke and Simcoe would turn out.
I don't know who that is.
They give him a magic pill that'll slowly but surely bring him back to life as they haul him to Humperdinck.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Meet me real soon.
Oh.
The adventure is also back. We have some sword fights, people set ablaze,
Who?
confrontations. Like I said, the movie
Was
really
it
gets
the
back
ancient
on track
brewer
with
that
some
got
of its
burned?
momentum here. It also does it on its own terms, though, with the main hero barely able to move.
Inigo.
What?
Well, he was dead, so that would make sense.
If not, it'd be a sin. No, really, why did we have me rhyme if we were just gonna drop it? And then, of course, Peter Cook, looking so dignified with grand organ music and the camera slowly tracking in, just to have one single word bring down the house.
that wedding drip is crazy.
This line and this speech is so
Like what
famous.
the king
I
is wearing,
can't
that's
count how many
dope.
times I've seen actual weddings use it.
Marriage is what? Marriage. Marriage.
I've never started. Was that Dean Winchester?
Marriage.
I have never started. Well, maybe I
Classic
should in the
comedy
future,
writing,
actually.
Sometimes just a funny voice is enough.
Marriage.
There will be no survivor.
Inigo sends Fezzik.
Is that actually how he talks?
Mannequin double to scare everybody away, and they break their way in. This leads to a confrontation between Inigo and Rugen, again resulting in a completely unexpected reaction.
Prepare to die.
Runs away. Yeah. Do not tell me that sound effect was actually in this.
Without Wesley.
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
I don't know, they're a
That was smooth.
textbook character that literally does nothing but be depressed throughout the entire movie. Is it worth it?
Wesley, why won't you hold me?
Get used to disappointment.
Oh
chases
no!
Ruben, but is stabbed not once, not twice, but 3 times, and still manages to get his revenge.
Boy, why is he so calm?
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Okay,
Who gave you the order?
I'm
What?
totally
That's Game of
down
Thrones.
for fighting through the pain to get his revenge, resulting in one of the best vengeful lines ever.
Anything you want. I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
But then, like, somebody should rush in and nurse him back to health.
No.
Maybe another pill that Miracle Max gave or something. I don't know. But
He got his
walks
vengeance. That's the
around
end of
like
his
he's
character.
Just fine.
Wait,
He
what?
has a stomach,
Oh,
he has a
wait,
tummy ache,
wait.
but he's
He
literally
lives from
crawling
that?
all over the place. Wesley's even like, hey, you fountain of red pain, you want to take over being Roberts for me? Get him to a hospital!
But first things first. To the death.
Humperdinck thinks Wesley can't fight back, and because of that incredibly demanding sword fight and the fact they hurt his foot, he's right. So words are a good budget-saving way to win this fight. He tells him how he's gonna chop off every part of his body except his ears.
Every woman who cries out, "Dear God, what is that thing?" will echo in your perfect ears.
I love how a screenplay with such elegant dialogue can suddenly dumb itself down at the best moments. Just having that line, "What is that thing?" is so simple yet so direct.
I mean, that
there's
hurt.
no other word anyone can come up with to describe him. He'll be that grotesque. Humperdinck thinks he's bluffing, but Wesley's got a golden ticket and stands. He surrenders only to discover he was faking all along.
I knew you were bluffing. I knew he was bluffing.
Really?
I'm wearing half of Buttercup's wardrobe for nothing. Fezzik finds some horses and they ride off into the moonset.
And it is at this time that the eels finally ate us.
Oh, okay. Well, the eels.
Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
No, they
Eels
ride
aren't
back
that
home
like
and the
aggressive,
grandson is
are
so
they?
invested, he's more than happy to even listen to the parts about kissing.
Now I think you ought to go to sleep.
You have a lot of resting to do before you spend your lifetime watching the Bears lose.
Seriously, why?
Come over and read it again.
Why didn't they take Tyler Warren at 10?
It was at that moment
Was it
that
10?
I realized
Yeah, it was at
this
10.
wasn't even my grandfather.
I mean, we gave up like
the
everything
Princess
to get Travis Hunter.
Still pretty great.
I mean, I love Travis Hunter.
Okay,
but
not
like
everything spectacular. There's a few pacing issues here and there. And
the
sometimes
fifth
the budget
36
cost can be a little distracting.
I think
But
what a
half the time,
third
that's
because we
also
have
what's
2
so
thirds
likable
with
about it.
I want to say the Vikings
Feels
third.
like a movie that
and
major
then our first
studios
next
didn't
year.
have a ton of faith in, so
Oh,
it had to
hurts
fight
me.
harder
I love
and
the draft.
smarter to be recognized. And when it does work, which is easily the majority of the time, it leaves us with characters, performances, dialogue, and a romantic adventure that can never be forgotten. It's smart enough to speak to adults, simple enough to speak to children, and charming enough to speak to every child's inner grown-up and every grown-up's inner child.
Sure. I heard that there's a movie. What is it? Is it called Robots? That has a lot of like innuendos.
What's wrong?
Our audition was pointless. It was more about how old you feel rather than the impact the movie had on you. And now Jim is dead.
That's true. Still dead.
Oh, well, poor Jim.
Rubbish, filth, slime, muck, boo, boo, boo.
I didn't do it. What? Oh. Also, why does he sleep with a PlayStation controller above his head? What? Okay.
This month for Cameos for Charity, we're doing Red
Dude,
Cross.
I've gotten
Whether it's providing
2
blood, sending in
cameos from
volunteers,
Doug.
helping
Cannot
near
recommend
or
enough.
far
He
with disasters
roasted me.
big or small,
I posted them on
Red Cross
YouTube if
provides
you wanted
a
to see
number
them.
of different
It's
ways to save
the
lives. So if you
oh,
want
what
a
is it?
cameo
It
of
was
me
the
saying happy birthday or good
was
luck
it Battlefield
or whatever,
Earth?
click on the link
Was the
below and
second
be giving
one?
to a good
And
cause.
the first one was Langoliers, I
Like,
think.
screw you, I can't even look at you. Well, consider giving to this organization anyway. You can give money, give blood, or even volunteer. They're amazing people that literally save lives, and you can help them out. Click on the link and see if this is a cause you can give to.
I mean, yeah. I would imagine that would be a pretty worthy cause. Oh, man. Yep, this was The Princess Bride. I recently got a comment from somebody asking if I've seen The Princess Bride. And I'm like, of course not. So that's The Princess Bride. Yeah, I mean, he apparently didn't do great in the box office. It is, you know, Madam Web. That's it. That's, you know, Madam Web is going to be popular. You know, never. Okay, I was trying to think of how many years, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, probably never, actually. Yeah, just like probably what, She-Hulk? Isn't it like called She-Hulk Attorney at Law or something like that? I didn't even know it came out. I didn't know they came out with a Captain America movie this year. Captain America is my favorite Avenger. Well, I mean, Steve Rogers is my favorite Avenger. I know there's different iterations of Captain America, but Chris Evans is just, yes, absolutely. Yeah, this was The Princess Bride. Andre the Giant lives up to his name. Oh, he isn't the thumbnail. He's just hidden behind the timestamp. Yeah, let me know what other nostalgic videos I should watch next, if they're related to this or other things. This was almost Megamind. I almost did Megamind, which is another movie I've never seen that I believe is really popular. I actually did see the Mario Brothers movie. Atlantis? What? The Tale of What? Pearl Harbor. Now that is one that's been requested for a long time. I don't know if I'll do that. Oh, there's Mega Man. I've seen Shrek. Meet the Spartans is one that's been requested. Yeah, Will Smith fish. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Fifth Element. I've actually seen that movie. Surprise. Yep. Nope. A whole lot of nope. Okay. Wait, Wild Wild West? Is that... Oh, yeah, I actually have seen the Wild Wild West. You can't make this up, honestly. But, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully made your day a tiny little bit better. I do read every one of your comments. Leave them down below. And shout out to the patrons, because none of this is possible. Well, it's not for them. Have a wonderful rest of your day. But until next video, take care and keep the music.
We were playing as soldiers, making swords.